Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire in our Dune-like planet playthrough. This is episode number, actually I don't know, 8 or 9. I think it's 9. And I have some decisions that I've made. We're going to buy the transport hub. And we're going to buy the scavenging. And this is going to make the population happiness decrease. So I'm not going to do it quite yet. But we are going to do it. I was thinking a while about possibly putting the logistics center here where we built our supply base, and the huge benefit of that is obviously that every path that comes out of the supply base, if we have the logistics there, pretty much all of our lines are going to be positively impacted by already having the supply base extension added to them. Now, the reason why I'm not really, that is certainly the min-max correct thing to do. The downside to it is, okay, and I may renege on this, I may talk myself into not doing this, but the thing I have a problem with is that I just don't feel like it's the spirit of the game to leave the private economy with these 400 points, which won't do anything, and then also buy the transport factory here, to build it here. Although the reason why I just suddenly, because right before I began recording this episode, I was like, you know what, I should do that because it's not the spirit of the game. However, I also forgot that it takes 500 money, and I could play the card which gives us 1,000 credits, but it's extremely cheap just to build it. It's extremely cheap. 100 metal, 100 industrial points. Considering industrial points is something that we have a lot of, 100, let's compare this. If I wanted to buy 100 metal, how much would that cost? That would cost 220 credits. And industrial points are something that I have, but you can imagine it would also cost 220 points. So basically, the cost of buying this is more or less the cost of buying the materials needed to build it. It's not like there's a discount or, in this case, it seems like they overcharge a bit. By a small amount at least. So there's a lot of reasons why I'm suddenly waffling. But hey, what I should have started off by saying is I have come to a decision that I am not yet decided on what to do about this. Anyway, let's start off with the good news that we're gonna hopefully evict this marauder from its their lease on life. And we have one. There should be some hexes here with double. Double here and double here. Okay, so let's get the first to head off this way. The most important thing is I need to make sure that we can push out as far as we can this way. I know that it sounds crazy, but I actually think we will also get the second to head this way. Yeah. And then I'm just going to get the third to come over here and do the attack. And we'll probably still even do bombardment. We have 20 there, we have 20 there. So which one of you is better equipped? 1,600 and 200 machine guns. That's pretty good. And elite. That's a good attack unit. Versus RPG. So you are going to do the ranged attack. Crap, which one is the RPG? RPG is the 4th. And it has the white on top? I don't even know why that is. Why is this one gray on top? 7. You have better experience, better... I'm actually not sure why these green dots... Is it that they've already moved? But not really. Well, anyways, it's the one with the gray. I'm missing it, obviously. I'm missing the real obvious thing. You could just click it. So we'll do the ranged attack with this one. See if we land any hits. And we are. 1 hit so far. Could get another. Maybe not.
Copy that.
Did get a last hit just in time. I think that's going to be worth it. Yeah, brought its readiness down very, very, very low. I'm not even sure if it's worth attacking with everyone, but let's see. So we'll attack with you. with you, and with you. So these three, I think, is already going to be 85 to 1. I want this one to go off to the west so we can actually start accruing the territory there.
Do it now! Mission accomplished.
Okay, good. No losses, which is really nice to see. And we finally eliminated this. So yeah, this is good because now we finally have that locked in. You will go south, you won't, and you can, yeah, now go this way. So this is Atenios, yeah, so that's where we want you to go here, capture that territory, perfect, exactly what I wanted to, I wanted to do. I wanted to secure these borders, right? Even though it's against a would-be ally, yeah. Can't trust anyone these days. Yeah, the relationship with the Berendor is very good, but the border is, it's just always useful to have extra territory, in my opinion. Now, let's see. Sand Dune. So, I don't think it makes any difference whether we're here or there. So, we'll just leave him because more movement does decrease your readiness. I almost said, oh, so we'll just move him. But, nope. Movement decreases readiness. So, there's no... If you have a... if everything else... all other things being equal, it's better not to move. Yeah. Let's actually go through the history again, just because I want to remember what exactly happened. And they moved there, and we were attacked from there. They lost. We did lose 100 rifle militia. Then, I don't know what happened. They moved over here. It's really annoying the way they keep jumping. Okay, then we were attacked. That doesn't matter anymore since, yeah, then you moved. Okay, fair enough. What do we want to do? Oh, we do have two decisions that we need to get to. First is, well, this one. I'm actually probably leaning more towards general stratagems. Political points is okay. Political points are very important. In fact, what normally happens is you start bleeding out the Supreme Command Council of the national budget, and then they give you less and less political points. You end up running into a big problem later. So you end up hiking this up in a big way. But for now, we're not there. So I want the general stratagems, which might be more important. And this is the really great one. I've never seen a policy speech. Never seen these three policy speech choices that more perfectly aligned with us. So I don't know if if this is something which has changed. I don't remember it being like this previously, but every choice is one of our three main categories. They're basically allowing us to get better at any of the ones that we want to. And for that, I think we should go over to management. You can see I was already looking at this before I started the recording. What do we want? Do we want administrative competence, which gives us a plus 42 administration roles? Do we want workers' rights, which give us plus 50% worker happiness bonus? Or do we want to try to get to scientific religion, which is 50% research bonus? So that's going to be pretty hard to get, because any kind of fist or heart will immediately sap the mind. We're also, we're pretty much at the limit of autocracy and meritocracy fighting each other as well. So all of these are going to face pushback. The only one I'm pretty sure I don't want, in fact, honestly, out of everything, I want commerce. I want commerce to go up a little bit if I can, so I do not want more government, because workers' rights is just not very important for me. If we were able to get to central computer, then I feel like the push for government would be okay. But the free market is actually quite good, the private economy and bonus, because that usually does help you out a lot. I don't know, the thing is, the government profiles, what are these called? The society, or what are they? Yeah, society. The society profiles are all really good. I feel like Vic has done the best job of balancing these three. I really like meritocracy and democracy, but in my opinion, autocracy is bad, and I haven't really seen the benefit, the merit of heart or fist over mind. Now, that said, that's not really necessarily true, because I haven't really given them a fair shake. I always go for mind. And the research bonus is not... It's because I love the research bonus, but if we went with heart, I think heart could also be good. And I think fist and autocracy might be intentionally a little bit worse, because you have to lead like a more warlike society, which is... it makes sense to me that would be a little bit less... a little bit less stable or good. So out of all of them, I think we want meritocracy because the plus 40 administration roll is really good. And we get the most benefit out of it, obviously, 4 versus 3. So we're going to choose that one. And I think administration roll should be pretty easy to get. We can always see here what it is. So all we need to do is essentially just create more organizations if we have to, or just increase our BP. So both choices that we had there was another choice. I don't know. I think it was the one for mind was to increase BP. So we really have 2 ways forward. And to me, it's pretty simple. We really do want, as soon as we have this and we can buy other things at least, as soon as our resources, all our metal is not accounted for elsewhere, because we do have 1 turn left. I think all the metal, by the way, is already accounted for in the stockpile. Metal, stock 47. So 47 is here. 175 was consumed by the zone. Let's see how much is actually in the asset. Okay, that's that. Yeah, we have 125 which has been delivered. We have 47 in the stockpile. I don't know where the extra 50 was consumed. So let's assume that 47 is pegged for there. 47 plus the 98 is gonna be 5 metal short. Yeah, but it was 175 for sure. 175 was delivered by the SHQ. Oh, 47 was what was produced, and that just immediately got stored here. Okay, I see. So we had 175 delivered. So this means that 50 should be above and beyond, but it doesn't show it here. Okay, this is kind of interesting. 175 metal, what else did we do? Let me see, is there anything else to construction complete? Yes, 50 metal was used for our supply base. Okay, that's good. So we found it. Yeah, and that means that we have 98 plus 47, which means we're just 5 short of having all the metal that we need to complete. I don't know if this is going to help us or not, but I'm just going to buy 5 metal. Just in case this tips us over. So it won't take too much. Put us at exactly 11 credits. Okay, he saved us a credit, which put us back to 100. I think it was 12 credits by rounding. So what it shows you here does not always end up being the credits that you pay. And that's before the the SHQ does his thing to raise or decrease the cost. Okay, fair enough. Leave this guy here because nobody's really in danger. What I want to do is have the militia go west, fill out the borders, but he's just going to move 1 here next turn to establish the borders, and then he's going to start coming back over to the east. And that's where my guys are going to go, and the militia are going to be the ones, unless I want to do this exactly the opposite way. So I could do it this way. Why did I do that? I don't know. I didn't really even think about that. RPGs. 1700 versus 30. Oh my gosh. So we probably just want to do bombardment. 70. This guy is extremely well equipped for bombardment. I think we'll just do bombardment with this unit. That's a lot of hits already. I'm liking it. Hopefully we get some kills, I mean, with this many artillery pieces, but doesn't look like it happened this turn. Still, that's pretty effective. Oh, that's right. We can actually cut this unit off completely and then try to do the attack. 5-1. We could come in here and do more bombardment. I don't know if anything will happen with that. But I actually think it's worth it for us to try to do this. Yeah, we'll cut them off. We'll come in, do ranged attack. See if we get any other damage done. Yeah, we killed one. We got some others to fall away. That was really good. And now we'll go to movement and see what the odds are now. 6-1. I don't know if it'll happen. but we'll try it anyway.
Engaging enemy.
We are getting a lot of hits right away. Might happen.
Mission success.
Got him. Okay, well that's really good. That was definitely worth it then. I think we will... No, I'm not sure if I want to move in just because it would take us closer to our supply, but nah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it will... This guy will be closer, but then he'll be further away from the target next turn, so no, I don't think we'll move. That's a really good turn, and we should probably try to take less than 20 minutes per turn so we can get a few more turns in per episode, but... Well, who cares? Keep gobbling up territory in the west, southwest. Let's see, what else do we have? Trade, yeah, we didn't really look up what we want to sell. Obviously not metal. Feels a little bit too cheap. We could sell water, although I think we already have because we're down. Apparently, we're down to almost nothing. Food. We can sell food for 34. I think we will. We'll sell kind of a lot of it. 400 for 136. I think that's a good. So this is going to take us down to like 600, 700. I think we can handle that. And we'll keep the machines because those are usually all going to be used. Boy, it's quite hot. 50 degrees Celsius. Good lord. Oh god. Oh man, that's extremely hot. 120 degrees Fahrenheit. My goodness. Okay, well I think that's got to be our turn, right? Did all our decisions. Our assets are looking good. That should be done next turn, and then we can start saving up. I mean, we'll probably end up having to buy metal in order to eventually get... the next thing for us will be the high command. And we're going to need 400 metal for that. Shoot, it's just as expensive to build the bureaucratic office, but much more worker intensive, and let's not go crazy. The people like us, they tolerate us, I should say, enough now. Let's not move that out of alignment. Okay, so let's end the turn. So I'm bringing you back because stuff is going on, but what the hell is this? Could this be a rebellion? I think it could be. Hopefully it's just a mistake. A glitch in this screen. So we may have some problems here. That's a really... Yep, we're non-aligned forces. No, that was the Raiders. What the hell's going on here? Okay, we know that. Deets. Oh, okay, so we got 400... Hey, machinery, what the hell's going on? Arrays? Oh man, I forgot to look at the stratagems last time too. What? It was just a bug. It was just a bug. Holy cow, I was actually freaking out. So what? Deets? What's the other one? Oh. Have they... I can't believe it, but they've actually been... They haven't... This is the first time that they've been controlled by anybody who wasn't Marauders. It's, definitely surprising to me. Okay, so you are Galactic Republic Infantry. You're going to go southwest with the... I think actually I would rather have you with my attacking group. So I'm going to have you... You'll be the one exception. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a way you can actually attach this unit. You can attach like one auxiliary unit. I think it's supposed to be for artillery, but we might be able to attach it. Let me make... I might need to read the rules on that again before I... So why is this guy showing up in red? What's your deal? Let's look at the history and just try to figure out what happened. Because I wasn't even really paying attention once I was just staring at that thing the whole time. Yeah, it's some kind of bug that Vic will have to fix. Okay, so... The borders just expanded naturally. He did his attack, which Cost him 400 and us 100. And it actually cost us the RPG. That's actually fine. We're not dealing with any kind of truck or heavy or armored hard attack units. So, what the? What? Oh my good lord. What the heck is going on here? Oh dear. Oh, are we gonna hold this hex? Are you out of your mind? No, we're not gonna hold this hex. Let me spoil the surprise for everyone. We're not gonna hold this hex. Okay, so we can get enforcement here, and that's not gonna hurt us, which means that's what we'll probably end up doing. Unfortunately, this is gonna hurt our... Oh, it's just our advisor. I'd like to keep him happy if it was possible, but at the same time, getting my first SHQ guy a little bit happier is also just fine with me. National budget, people are going to see some, I'm sure that we're going to get some complaints about this one. Anyway, those are the only two decisions we have, so I guess we'll do no.
We'll go.
And then this. Well, the Economic Council already has the priority, which is good. That's what I want. Things are actually looking kind of okay. I probably want to lower Secret Service and increase Interior Council. I think that's what I want to do. Is this guy... Did they even have a chance to get it back? I feel like this decision is... I'm getting quite lucky with this. And that is radiation, which we don't want. Oh dear. It is going to be a long road for this unit. I mean, even with my road. I don't see us getting there. Okay, we are going to be able to conquer this territory at least. So the good news about that is... What is the good news about that? Well, Hayden, I think we've already seen, and Beat Dark we might have already conquered as well. You've seen the little goodies that you get for conquering these places, though. They're quite nice. Alright, we'll have to get that next next turn. Any militia new coming in? No. Okay, well, let's just do it this way. So do we want to keep pursuing these guys? I mean, we've eliminated a chunk. I feel like it's better for us to keep focusing on the Marauders, eliminate them, because then we can just shift our attention over knowing that we're free from Marauders. That, to me, feels like the best choice, and we really ought to be paying attention to our logistics. Again, this is really making the compelling case that because I don't have money... By the way, why is my money going up so much? Oh, it's because we sold the food, obviously, yeah. Because we don't have money, I really feel like we should be spending the logistics, getting the logistics truck stop here. And again, then it does solve... I think I'm going to do the logistics truck stop here because I have one question and I'm just going to answer things by experimenting. We've done that a few times throughout my different series, and I'm going to continue to play by that. Just if I'm not sure about something, why don't we just see what the game says instead of, if this was a super min-max, hardcore, Tortuga plays the, as perfectly as possible. If it was one of those kind of series, which is, my normal series, then I would probably not. I would just do what is best or ask what is the best thing to do. But in this case, if we're not going to worry about that too much, and I'd rather not, we'll just experiment. We'll do it and see what happens. So I'll build the truck stop here. Now I want to see what happens with the 400 logistics points. For trains, I thought that they add? No. Truck plus rail adds? Or is it just the maximum? I think, no, you just take the maximum, right? So if you have two 1,000 truck stops right next to each other, you just take the maximum of either. I can't remember. Or do they add? Okay, that's another thing that'll be great to figure out. That's why we're going to experiment. We're going to build it there, but we can't yet. Not yet, at least. Oh, and I also want to look at stratagems. That's right. So, before I even do this, let's look at our... Oh my gosh, we're up to 44. Hooray! I feel like... Oh yes, loyalty's going up. I feel like we actually did it. Oh man. It's amazing. Feels good. There was part of me that started to second guess the longevity of this series. I started thinking if this city starts rebelling, I might just restart. Anyway, what are we not getting? What are our people not getting? They're definitely getting enough food. Let's just see what you're not getting. Ammo. No, it's not. Replenishment, don't need to worry about that. That's the reinforcement. So that will only be important for these troops. If these guys have replenishment that they need, then that's a legitimate replenishment concern. But the militia, I can't resupply them anyway. So they mostly got food. What? I think this is just because you were stressed on logistics that you didn't get the ammo. I don't fully understand it. Because ammo is obviously not a concern. Actually, it feels like the ammo is bugged. Are we at 1030? Have we always been at 1030? We've been fighting battles. I feel like we're getting too much ammo back. So, as far as I know, the militia, like, the private economy essentially is supposed to fund your ammo usage for the militia. Not for your home-cooked, brigades and all that, battalions. But for the militia, the private economy is supposed to supply the ammunition. You just need to have the logistics in order to take it to the army units. But I feel like the private economy is reimbursing us more ammunition than we're spending. And while I'm not really complaining about that, I'm also kind of on an eye out, keeping an eye out for potential bugs. So, let's just march on up and let's just try to surround this unit, I think. That wasn't too bad. I'm not going to surround this. Yeah, I'd rather do bombardment in this case. You don't have bombardment capabilities, so you'll be here. This is RPG, militia. I just want to have this unit kind of hold the line. Even I'll just move back to Dietz. Okay, so let's do a ranged attack from everyone. We are getting some hits, even a kill. Fantastic. 1 kill, 500 retreated. Lowered their readiness a fair amount. That's good. It's a good start. And again, the good news is that he can probably move here, which will, I think... Oh no, it won't unclog. They might actually have the readiness to move here and then also here. There's 2 hexes. But we will be able to surround him next turn, assuming that we have the supply to do it, which I'm not at all convinced we do. But knowing that this is high mountains, the only way we can go north is by going north here. So I think we just start building our road north. And the reason why I like to do this anyway is because we actually do want to try to connect with this guy. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's some asset over here that we may... It's the +1 population happiness one, right? Somewhere over here. We may actually try to reconnect with that one and try to keep it, try to hold it, now that we've eliminated some of the marauders. It should be a lot more... we should have a better chance of doing that. Okay, so... Have we moved everyone we want to move? You don't need to be moved. You have not been moved? Yeah, militia goes bottom left. Even though you're pretty good. Yep, militia bottom left. This is not militia that is going to go bottom left. We'll move up. Hell, we'll box them out completely. Not that I need to do this, but the most important thing for me is just making sure that we can kill them next turn. That's the goal. So anything that we can do to that effect is good, and that means that even if they want to get very aggressive, they move here and here or here and here. We'll still be in supply. Maybe these units won't be, by the way, but we'll be in supply from this road. which if I'm looking at preview for next turn, yeah, it's actually going to have 200 all the way along because I guess this asset didn't kick in, supply base. This is the first turn where it's contributing. So I don't think it actually contributed this turn. Yeah, it did not. So if I was to look at traffic signal, 0 extension, but next turn, actually, can you just see it? Preview? No, can't see it. But if we were to look at the preview, well, we did, right? We know it's going to be all the way through, so that's good. Initial, yeah, it died off here. So it won't die off next time, which is nice. Which means we might even want to go a little bit further. If we move one further, that's going to increase the supply to these 2 units. So it does mean that, yes, we should move one further. And we have the means to do it, so let's do it. 24. Great. Now if we preview, we're going all the way here, which means that this unit will only have to grab supply 3 hexes away, assuming that there's any logistics left from this. And I don't know how units prioritize taking from this, but anyway. Because I'm saying if there's 200 here, and this unit and these units all grab first, there might be 0 left by the time this unit wants to grab, but these ones should obviously grab from the hex which is furthest away. Maybe that's what they do to grab, I don't know. It's a tough problem. You need some kind of clever heuristic. Okay, well that's I think that's this turn, which is great because we're now trying to get 2 turns every 15 minutes. Last problem to solve is this one again. Let's keep the that council where it is, the Supreme Command Council, or maybe lower it just by 2%. Increase the interior by 2%, and keep the Economic Council the same. Okay. We ended up increasing economic by 2%, actually. That's fine. I still actually think that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
We might need more in discovery. How's our technology going? I mean, little by little, it's coming along, huh? We don't have the means to do most of these things, but we're gonna need a military council soon. I can see the... you know, we're gonna need that. Alright, yeah, I forgot about this. We really should be doing some of these things, like bureaucratic push. This will give me more bureaucratic points. We have a 70% chance of, or sorry, 30% chance of completing it. Our interior council person is just really, really good. In fact, we could probably increase their ability. +10 on charisma base rolls. That is really important. I don't know what this is. What is this a roll against? Administration skill roll. So administration is an intelligence roll. Okay, so it won't help us on that. So we might as well just do it now. Oh, no. We can still do Shadow Spy. I don't know how this helps, but just in case it does, let's do it. Interior.
Order acknowledged.
And maybe that helps with this roll. I don't think so, but
Wilco.
yeah. Oh, okay. We actually still gain 70 bureaucratic points. That's great. So failure in this case doesn't mean total loss, total failure. Just only half as good, which is something I'll take. Oh, we actually have 2. I did not know that. This is danger, and this is also danger. Oh boy. Double shifts. I don't know if this is working, but we'll keep doing it. We have enough political points right now that we don't need to be that conservative with them. Yeah. Attract free folk, not quite yet. Volunteer drive, this one is increasing recruits. No, I don't really think that that's that important. Feast is worker and population happiness increase. That's actually quite a good one. It's funny because we should be using that and then, you know, immediately using one of the other ones, which is bad. Okay, sorry I had to sneeze. Okay, I don't know if there's anything else we're gonna want to do. This is a fantastic one, by the way. We don't have the money to do it, but... Okay, so stratagems are all good. Done the ones that we can. Yeah, so I guess we just end the turn. I'm doing... Maybe, gotta look at trade. What do we want to sell? Do we already sell stuff? Well, water's looking a little bit better as far as something we can sell. 200? That's a lot of water. It's only worth 34 credits. Forget it. I just don't. Can't bring myself to do that. Fuel's costing a little bit more. That's good. Yeah, this is actually finished. And what? We had... How did this work out? So I guess we had 48, which was produced first. And then we got 78. How did that work? How the heck did this work? Was it... I guess it was already taken from the previous turn. The metal was already stockpiled here, but it doesn't... I don't think it appears in any of your... It's not in the... It's not the zone stockpile. It didn't show up here. So it's kind of a mystery where that extra metal was. It just disappeared, but it's like it disappeared the turn before to show up at the 125 of 125 for the next turn, but for the... I don't know, it kind of... It should tell you. Somebody should tell you these things. Information is not always easy to glean from this game, I think. Okay, so that means that we actually are just already saving metal, which is fantastic. Which means we only need, what, 400 for the logistics? Okay, let's just end the turn. We gotta go. Okay, not bad. Really only one thing. I don't even need to show you, thankfully, the... Okay. University. The history from last turn. Oh, patriotic collection. Ooh, donate. Ooh. So the only movement is that this unit moved over here. I do want to see what was used. Huh. What the hell's going on here? Why are we trying to get supply over here when we can just get supply, and we did get supply this way? Interesting. And this was actually food this time. I'm fascinated by this. Well, certainly it's a logistics problem, right? No? Why are you short on food? How can it be that this unit is both completely supplied? Current. Oh, it looks like there's still a bottleneck here. Okay, so that's fine. Actually, we can solve that by building a better road. Yeah, okay. We're able to get there. So you need, although we still have some supply, let me explain what I think is happening here, but I'm pretty sure. So the current points shows that you still have some here, but that's because there's a bottleneck, which means we're already transporting 200 worth of logistics in these hexes, and but you know, some of the logistics that we transported this far didn't need to go any further. So 100 and whatever, 24 of it had already gone as far as it needed to go by this point, which we can probably see from used. Yeah, people are picking up 124 from here. So that basically means that only 44 need to keep going forward, but, you know, that was not enough. The 200 here was already... we need more here in order to get more at the end. Oh, with it. I guess I can kind of think of it like a river, which is being drained away different places. And although the start of the river is only a fixed size, like 200, so a flux of like 200 gallons per minute or whatever, 200 gallons were going through here, and then, you know, some was filtered off for irrigation for those different units. And yeah, sure, you only have, I mean, you have the canal you've dug can support 200 over here, but Not all that water is going down the stream. It's kind of funny. I'm laughing at myself kind of making this analogy because I've seen other people do this where they make up analogies on the spot. Never a good idea, right? And then it's like, whoa, where are they going with this? But I think everyone already understood the point I was trying to make before I even made it, so we'll leave it at that. Now, who do we want to attack this unit? So you are definitely going to be part of the bombardment group. You're an attacker, you're an attacker, you are an attacker. So we have 3 attackers. Let me just look at what these guys would do. This is only 1.8 to 1. Okay, that's actually concerning. That's not nearly as good as I thought. And unfortunately, because of the same supply issue, we probably won't, I don't know if it'll be any better. What if we start building a sealed road, though? Oh my god, it's 300 because this is dunes. I forgot. Well, this won't solve the problem, but I think we should start doing it. Oh god, that was painful. Yeah, and then of course there's no point in building it further this way. Okay, you are, yes, completely out of supply. Surprise, surprise to nobody. Keep going as far as you can, just as fast as you can. You might actually make it. Let's see, this unit started with 500 riflemen. Let's see how many actually get through. I don't think it'll be that many. And you're going to be out of supply as well. Okay, so that's where we stop and come back. there it is. Company. We got company. This unit appears to have moved back, or Nova Planeta. It probably is parked in there, but I think we're just going to pull back this unit. In fact, this is a little bit weird, but I'm going to pull this unit back as far as I can. Just because I want it to take up less of the supply that it has to go this way. Alright. Always I should be looking at my... workers in Cambridge are harassed. Oh, brother. No, that's not... Oh, this is actually nice, but it's going to probably end up costing us more in rest, but is it maybe worth it to get more meritocracy at the expense of lowering autocracy? We'll get meritocracy, and these individuals will be happy, which is all very good. I mean, these are all my people. These are all my directors and such. Doing nothing is an option, which still gives us 20. I don't like autocracy. I don't like the fact... I mean, we don't have any troops in the city, so I'm pretty sure that just won't work. Let's look at what else we have. Yeah, this will also make us happy. We'll probably do this as well. And then very nimble fingers in 5th Light Infantry Brigade. What do we want to make him? Either a tribal healer or commerce. Oh my gosh, absolutely a sniper. I've been saying that getting commerce up to the next level would be great. Let's make him this. I mean, it'd be nice to have the commander a little happier as well, but in this case, the decision was just it's too clear to me. So there is probably a very small chance. Let's see. This is 50 to 250, essentially. That's why the average is 153. So it's 50 to 250. There's a possibility that it could be less than what we roll. Not very likely. And who's the investigator rolling this? The governor. Now, what is this? This is an investigation roll. If I look at you, investigation is an intelligence. You're actually pretty intelligent. I wonder why we're not having much luck. Intelligence. So total is 12. Yet it's 29. Yeah. So these things are all kind of a mystery to me still. I'm starting to understand more. Like, I can now look at this person, see the investigation roll. Level's 4, so the total should be 1d100 plus 12. Yet it's not. Okay, here we go. Plus 8 for intelligence. Stat bonus plus 0 for highest skill and skill family. stats, so charisma, wisdom, intelligence, whatever. Get their full value as a bonus to skill rolls if the skill is at level 20 or higher. Okay, we do have that. Otherwise, only a percentage of the stat is given as bonus. If skill is in a skill family, the difference between the highest skill and the current skill divided by 2 is given as the bonus. Okay, so it's 38. Highest skill and the current skill. We don't have anything higher than 12. I don't understand. I think if I had looked at it, I don't want to bog down in it, basically. I think I could figure it out, but we're not going to try. So we're just going to do this. Good luck.
Order received.
110, which is a good roll. I don't know what we rolled against, but we didn't win. Unrest is 30%. That's not... I mean, this is not good, obviously. Probably this is the point where... Yes, we'll accept this now.
We'll go.
And probably this is the point where we might have to use that other card. Okay, we can actually impact the worker happiness just by spending some points. I think I will do that as well. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, confirm. And then this still hasn't been fixed. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, confirm. And now we're happy again, which is good to see. Now, next turn we're going to have to contend with a lot of unrest. We do also have fear, though. So fear should stop unrest. Where's the danger coming from? That's kind of curious. I guess I'll get this unit in here, and I'll get this unit in here as well. That means we won't be giving a bonus to the attacks over here. So I did this all wrong. I should have done the attack over here first, because that means these units won't be getting the bonus. You know what? Maybe I just bombard this guy and let him attack me. That makes sense. We'll be better on the defensive, and he's going to be in really bad shape anyway. Holy cow! Oh my god, he might even just be dead. 700 dead, 1200. Wow, that is beautiful. That is truly beautiful. Can anybody attack? Well, it's now 11 to 1. Let's do it.
Do it now.
Oh my god. It's been a disaster. This is how it goes with 11 to 1?
Mission accomplished.
Oh my god. That was bad. Moving this guy down just because I want to try to get him closer to the supply. Anyway. Well, whatever. Mistakes were made. It's 48 minutes into this video. I kind of want to end the turn real fast so that we have a fresh turn to look at for next time. Let me just pause right here and see what else I want to do. Well, good lord. I did not realize. I mean, I did, but I didn't... You know, seeing it there is still a very impressive sight. We get 6 radioactive a turn, which is right now would net us 230 credits. It's just insane. I mean, this is better than a gold mine, which makes sense because I think platinum, no, not platinum, radioactive isotope, but uranium is probably worth more than gold. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's great. We don't need to sell it yet. I mean, it won't quite get us to the 500 we need. I'm still thinking that if we can just get administration levels or something like that up, we can play this other card for 1,000 credits and buy stuff that we want. And mainly all we want is this. Actually, it might be worth it. Can we get to that? 500. I don't think so. Oh yeah, population happiness. Of course, that's the reason why. So we don't want to do it yet. You know what? I think I'm gonna just end the turn here, and we'll just begin the next episode by ending the turn right away. That's fine. I can always pause after I go back into that turn so I can prep a little better. But we got to bring this to a close. It's been already almost 50 minutes. So until the next episode, hope you're enjoying it. I'm actually liking it more and more as we get settled in. So until the next one, thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.